Miliana, it's been so long since you texted me. I finally took a break and now I feel like I'm on ecstasy. You said what my word means to me will one day be the death of me. They tried to kill me once, but darling, you just resurrected me.
Teach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby.
From Vancouver, you a BC, baby.
Pull up Maybach, beep, beep, baby.
If I call up your shorty right now, she picking up. You boys got big on my name, that's big enough. We know how you OGs rockin' already, my nigga, the jig is up. They say the truth for sex, you're free, well mine is gon' stream while you watching HD. They say that karma could take an eternity, yours is dropping the same night as me. Funny thing is that they ain't gon' repeat. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me.
Hey Jack, shut the fuck up.
Teach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. Thought they had me in a deep sleep, baby. I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby. Pull up Maybach, beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby. See-through shirt, I get a sneak peek, baby.
Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey. Tired of all of y'all telling me niggas is real. Pussy, I know when it's real. You only come home to pose and pop off a look, but you forgot how I feel. Shot-town popping a pill, go on a drill, looking for someone to kill. White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul get fulfilled. Handing out turkeys on camera inside of your hood, then you go back to the hills. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal? Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Damn, against your will, how many new names do you got on your wheel? Damn, how many more times is y'all gonna keep calling it soft when it's silk? Damn, how many more interviews y'all gonna do just to get ice and chill? Damn, they tryna cover it up like a quilt. Wearing gon' skirt on a boy like a kilt. Kept it 100 on paper like Wilt. Tricking it off on a paying a bill. That's just how I do the sauce in a spill. These hoes know how I pop it for real. These hoes know how I pop it for real.
Yeah,
I made way too much in a week. Must be 250 at least. Like the money just grew off a tree. Like the money just came in for free. For real. Yeah. And my machine scanning my knee. Like how long you been running the streets? For real. Yeah. She just tell me like we in Paris like 200 deep. For real. And I went bought a whip for my brother. Same body but two different colors. And I might be stuck, I'll get another. Small prices, he kept it 100. And I might book a flight out to London.
Hey Jack, shut the fuck up.
rich nigga got trap routine. Bad little bitches won't lick on me. Moving like a YN when I was 16. Smoking that weed and trapping down houses. Back of the lack and I'm higher than a mountain. Drink codeine, got it coming out of fountain. What you finna do for that allowance? Bags on the floor, counting. I'm going through, finna come out counting. Running through a dry, I doubt it. You wanna get money, I'm bout it. Okay, okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay, okay. I just ride on the beat. Okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay. I just ride on the beat. Okay, okay. I drag you in the street. Okay, okay. I just ride on the beat.
Let me see where we at tonight. We could bring this back to life. Thought that I couldn't, you should be embarrassed. Their egos is threatened, they really should cherish. Too many excuses, I don't wanna hear it. Don't call it a patio, bitch, it's a terrace. We finna make us a killing that's worth to my days. They try to play me as a villain and color me bad. I noticed the jealousy peaking, I thought we was past this. This type of exposure's indecent, these niggas is classless. I bet on myself when the labels thought I was a bad risk. The money that I had invested is doing gymnastics. This what we need. This type of engine don't run off of greed. They music ain't big as my songs that elite. They need some assistance, you call the police. F all the talking is cheap. How many costs why they call it a fleet? Living the stars in the comments and media is out in the can't comment on me.
Good morning, chat. Welcome back to another deb. What's up, everybody? Up? And now what's up, live HM? Emmanuel, good morning. Good morning. Where's my Discord?
Smoking that weed and trapping down houses. Back of the lack and I'm higher than a mountain. Drink codeine, got it coming out of fountain. What you finna do for that allowance? Bags on the floor, counting.
Alright. Mic check. Discord mic check. What's up, Wyman? What's up, Rick? Alright. Chat, why are we still in this range? I was hoping we'll wake up today and we'll be a little different, you know, something like breaking the highs, something breaking the lows, but you are like still sitting in this range, so shit. Fingers crossed we move today, but damn, no news for the weekend. You know, price action or movements is not really doing anything. We did kind of come down to our zones yesterday, but that was about it. It's still in the range here, so nothing really significant here. How much is this range? This is like 1,200, so yeah, we're kind of still stuck in the range. So yeah, we'll see what's up. We'll see what we can do today. But that's kind of where we are. Yeah, news today is like really nothing. Like, you don't have anything going on. It's FOMC medium minutes at 2. Maybe that will be what brings price out of this range. But for the most part, yeah, that's it. That's the only folder you have. I guess you have crude oil inventories 10:30. And then Trump speaks at 2:30. So I don't know. Maybe we'll be good for tomorrow, or maybe today if we're lucky on stream. We'll see. But it just looks like we are still in the range, right? So clearly, like, you had this massive range over here that lasted like a month and a half or something like that, right? And then you had a push up that lasted, maybe you can count the days, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 days. And then after 4 days, you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days now in this range again. So what's gonna happen next? I mean, we're gonna find out anyways, but that's just kind of where we are in price, right? But expected, we did say like it will be a bit awkward in this zone here for a little while until you actually like grab liquidity. And I'm assuming now liquidity would mean like breaking out this yellow box right here. So if you actually break the yellow box, then sure, we'll continue to get some movements, right? Like the thing is, like, we don't know where it's gonna go first. Like either it can break the lows before breaking back into the ranges, or it could like even like break above before coming back into the ranges, like whatever. Those are your only two options. Or also like breaking above and also continuing, and then breaking below and also continuing, right? It's like those are your 4 options on price. Like that's the only 4. Those are the only 4 things that price could do. It's about like which one's first. But either way, either movement is gonna require a breakout, right? Of this yellow range right here. So between like, I'll say, what is this, 44.52 and like 43.13. That's kind of where you're at. But yeah, before we get into that, let's see. So the weekly looks like it closed bullish last week, right? Week bullish. This week kind of opened up. I'm not sure if it came down first. It's just in the range, right? It came down, it came up, and just kind of at the opening then. So nothing much has happened. What else can we see here? We flip it. Do I see anything unique? Like, I mean, yeah, you're still kind of in this range, right? Like you're still in this area. So you can put it like that. This could be extended a little bit. I'll sit here to match with these lows here. But that's pretty much it. Like you're still within this area, chat. So it's like, what's gonna happen next, right? Like with the weekly looking the way it is, like remember, like this move down here, it was a strong move down, but obviously when you look at it from this perspective, any given point, this can just be again continuation down still, right? These can just be a lower high, right? So that's why it's like kind of awkward, I'll say, in this area, because, or that's why I call it an awkward area, because there's not much confirmations you have here aside from the fact that you're at the top of the range, right? Like obviously we would like to see if this can just continue, but even if you do continue, you're gonna need some structure. But then look how much range you have down here. So there's still a chance that again this could be a lower high over here, right? And you can just easily come back down and re-break the lows. Remember, like that daily zone too, going back to that daily, it's still not being tapped yet. Like you came up without tapping it. Where is it? Right here, right? This is what we were looking at like the last couple months here. This zone right here at 48, 38, 49. So that still has not been tapped yet, right? But again, the only thing you really have you can say right now is like you're at like a daily resistance. That's about it. That's really the only thing we can really say. So that's not enough confirmations is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, we'll mark up 38.49. That's your bottom of the daily range. Your top of the daily range, I'll put it up like here next. Like this is kind of where, as long as you are under there, technically you can still create lower highs. But let me just flip again. What did I have for that zone? This right here. Weekly zones, top wick zones. Yeah, like I was hoping like at least last night before making your way down, or by the time we woke up, we would have just been out of this. Like even if like you didn't get direction, if you just like kind of broke the highs, and then let's say like we came on today during NY and you're in a range already, that's fine. That's better than like just sitting here, because now we still gotta wait for that actual liquidity, right? Or even like breaking the lows first, like, and then back into the range. That would have been fine too, because like this could lead to like volume, right? From here, it's more of like, okay, is it gonna be a fake out, or is it gonna be a lower high to continue, but that step's still going to be missing. So that's the next step. So it makes it a little extra difficult to say because it's a lot more waiting. Again, this range is like 1,200, 1,300 pips, right? You're like maybe 900 pips away from breaking the highs and like maybe 600 pips away from breaking the lows. So yeah, that's kind of where you're at. What else is there? So that's the daily. Can we add anything else? Oh yeah, we want to add this zone right here too, because if you start breaking below 41 to 46, that's where you're gonna be creating some breaking structure. That's when you start breaking back into the ranges on the higher time frame, and that's when you want to actually start looking for ideas for sells more, right? Because would you consider this move yesterday as being bearish? I wouldn't think so. Right? Look at it; it barely made a dent. But now, like, at what point do you think it will be more structurally bearish? Below here, I wouldn't even say so, because even below here, this can still be a higher low, right? You're not really breaking much. So even this, like even you breaking into 41, 46, right? That's a bare minimum. You still gotta create structure, but like at least like you'll be then be breaking into this range that you can reference. And then at that point you can say, oh wow, that daily range gap is still missing down there, that range fill, which is here. This is that range fill. So that hasn't been tapped yet. Like remember from last month chat, that could still be a thing, especially if you break back below 446. I know we're really far, but if you start breaking into the range, that's something you can actually look forward to, and something we actually mentioned, right? So we can use that as like a reference to like guide us for the sells. But again, like even you coming all the way down towards here, like I wouldn't even say this is a bearish move yet. All right, to be a bearish, you gotta correct this, which means that you coming down, wick entry buys are possible, right? Like if you were to come down, break the lows here, wick entry buys, right? You can just reference like minor zones. Like you can use like this right here, these zones here. You can use these zones here. You can use these zones here. Those are obviously your 3 zones next. Those are the 3 zones that you could probably use, and it just comes down to like how you actually make your way down. If you do actually make your way down, because we don't know if it will, but if it does, like the way it comes down matters, right? Either if you come down and you're creating like lower highs to continue down, this zone won't be valid no more, compared to like if you were just to come straight down. You're looking for a first initial reaction for price to create a lower high to continue down, or you're looking for price to reverse to be a fake out. And if it is, then amazing, those are your wick entry buys anyways, right? But as long as you're still holding, that's possible. So like that's something I'm actually interested in, and something that we can be focused on this week, but it's gonna require moves down first, right? So then yesterday we actually tried to look for sells this early on to price, right? Especially due to the fact that you were starting to create a bit of structure. You can see a little bit here too. I'll show it on the 1, I think, but you can see like these are like your initial highs, right? You can say, okay, well, yeah, it could be a double high, you can say too, but like I'll say these are still holding the previous highs, right? All this is holding. So it's like, okay, cool. Like if you continue to create structure, I think we had the daily leg candle fill yesterday too, as an idea of where is it, the daily leg candle fill. So that right here, which has not been filled yet, this is maybe still got like 100 pips below there, so it's not bad. But we're looking for the initial body reaction, like for structure, right? So as we were coming down, we wanted to see structure, which you kind of have now. So like again, this isn't bad. Like look, you have, these are your highs, lower highs, and you're starting to create lower highs too. You had to push down. This could be a lower high too to continue down, right? But is it like what positions could you take with this type of structure? Could you take wick entry sells? You could, but it's gonna be a little difficult. Why? Because again, this isn't that bearish yet. This is like in the range. It's the very start of price, right? The only thing you have backing that up is that daily is like facing resistance. That's about it, right? Aside from that, it can still come up to create top wicks up here, etc., right? So taking wick entries might be a little more tough. But now, what if we start looking for ideas of like for structure, right? If you start closing below the ranges like this, and then you start like closing bullish, you start creating structure. Could we look for then sells to fill the rest of the daily leg candle? Sure, right? Because again, you still got like 100 pips. I'm pretty sure below here down to the daily leg candle, it's 120 pips. It's still possible, right, to get that fill, but it's just structure. So the higher you go here, the better it will actually be, because it's like, why aren't you going to continue up if you do make your way up, right? It makes its way up, it comes back down. All of this is going to be counted as like lower highs, right, since sells are valid, right? So the higher you go, the better for like this retracement right here that you have right now in the making. But yeah, from here we'll see how it looks on the way back down. But something we can look forward to, right? Like, again, you did create some structure last night during Asians. I guess that is something, but wick entry sells a little more tough. And I'm only saying that because like this is perfect. Like, you see this pullback, there's barely any like pullbacks on the way up, and maybe a little bit of structure, it's fine. But if you continue making your way up, like if this was already bearish, I'll be looking for like wick entry sells, right? So I'm expecting price to create higher lows in order to continue up, or sorry, not lower highs in order to create a higher low to continue up, or I'm looking for price to create lower highs for a fake out. So wick entry sells are valid, but the issue is that you're still like, this isn't that bearish. Like, you're starting from here. If you were like maybe looking like, let's say it was like from up here or something, different story, right? There's more like structure coming down, different story. But like you're only starting off from like right here, which is like too close to where you are right now. Like, you're like, you taking wick entry sells here, this can easily just break and then re-break the highs, and then all of a sudden now you're stuck with these higher lows that are forming to just continue up after a bullish move. You know what I mean? So it's a little more difficult, but continuations would require structure. So that's the only thing I'll say. So that could be one idea today, just continuation sells to fill that daily leg candle. We're not going to attempt like sells from like here to like down here. It will probably just be like from like here to here, like in this yellow box probably. And then buys, on the other hand, buys, yeah, wick entry buys are valid. Like, I have wick entry buy ideas, we mentioned that already. Continuation buys will be more so above like 40, what was it again, 40, I'll put like 40.95, 44.95. So same thing from 2 days ago, really. So if you can just make your way past these zones here, very key, close above and to create structure, because anything above here for the first time could lead to a fake out, right? If this is your range right here, anything breaking above for the first time can be a fake out, especially when you're still lacking structure here going up. Like, there's not much structure here coming up. It's just one solid move and maybe a little bit of higher lows. I wouldn't consider that structure. It's not that severe, right? So unless you actually, like, let's say come down like this, make your way back up, sure, above the yellow zone, not even above this white line right here, 43, 48, that's completely fine. Continuation buys, you can get a head start on that. But from where you are, is this enough information to say that you close above here, you're going to continue? It's not bad. It's not bad. It could be better though, right? So that's why I want to apply that extra set of structure. So anything above here can close back into the range. And even if you do, that can still be a higher low. So if that happens, we have 44.95 looking for buys above there anyways, right? So that's why I have inserted that extra set of structure. But for 44.95, not like above here, 44.50. That's like some 2020 stuff, right? But yeah, we'll leave that up there, 44.95, and then wick entry buys valid. We mentioned that if it makes its way down. Continuation buys are valid too for the leg candles, but it's gonna require a bit of structure. And then that's it for today. That's really it. Those are like the three ideas I'll say. I'll wait for chat. Okay, so 45.84. 45.84 is like around here, and then 43.48. Make sense, chat? Let me know. Let me know if you have any questions. 43, 48, 41, 46. What's up, Benzo? What's up, Reggie? Bro, I can't mark my zones. 43, 48. Alright, get that. 41 to 46. 38.49. This could be, yeah, it doesn't really matter. That's down there anyways. 38.49. And then the weaker zones, right, which is 44.95. Oh, perfect. Sniper entry. All right, chat. So that's pretty much what we got going on today. Those are like 3 ideas that I'll wait for. 3 ideas, okay? So just a quick refresh one more time. First idea, simple. Closures above 44.95. All right, I want to see structure being created above these highs here. So I'm just afraid that could be a fake out still. So if you get structure above 44.95, amazing. Look for continuations. Wick entry buy is valid. That's going to require a move down. If you do come down, we have zones marked up for that earlier as to where that could be. Looking for wick entry buys because you're looking for price to create lower highs. If it does create lower highs, it could continue down. If it creates a fake out, then it's a fake out, amazing, right? But either way, you're looking for that first initial reaction, right? And then the third idea is sells off the daily leg candle, which we have, but I'm gonna be very sharp with this one. Just gonna require quite a bit of structure on the way down, right? So we're looking for sells, like I'll say between this range here, same as yesterday really, but now you gotta make a way down, create lower highs, and continue. And then we're looking for sells really from here to here. That's it, at most. I don't have any sells here. I don't have any sells after the breakout. I would prefer them within this range, right? And then I mentioned that the higher you go, the better too. So you see how this is kind of pumping up right now? This is good. If you can come up towards here, it's like, why wouldn't you just continue up? Why wouldn't you just continue driving? For some reason it doesn't. It comes back into the ranges. It's like, okay, cool. Could this be now lower highs, right? Because this could still be lower highs, and lower highs. So then as you break into the range here, it's like, that's what you're looking for, right? Just some more structure and then continuation in this range, right? So those are 3 ideas. And then if anything else happens, chat, if anything else forms, any more structure, anything else, we'll just add on and see what's up. Pretty simple though. Pretty simple. Break at the top. See, break at the top won't be bad. It's just 1200. I think the closest idea is, so that breakout is like 1200. The one the sells we have is like, it's not too bad. It's 370 pips away. The wick entry buys are the furthest. Like I think wick entry buys are like 1500 pips away, something like that. It's really far. The breakouts is far. 1100. Yeah, that's it. I woke up and I'm like, damn man, we're still in this range. Like there's nothing that happened during Asia and London, which is kind of a good thing too, chat, to be honest, because if you don't move during London and Asian, sometimes you move more during New York session. So New York session could be a decent move. It's moving right now, actually. Not bad. Some nice movement here. Very nice. I'm cooked, I think. What's wrong? What's wrong, Manuel? Let's see. So based on structure, I didn't wait for a breakout. I didn't wait for a second breakout. That's what I fucked up today. Can this be a fake out? I wonder. I'm cooked, I think. Can you help me understand this trade, please? Please. I'm so probable. Wait, what are you in? You're in sells? Or you're in buys? You're in sells? See, man? Sells. Buys. Sells or buys. Buy or sell. I'm assuming sells because you said second breakout, right? Yeah. I think maybe though. Maybe it's not even about like second breakouts are a good confirmation, but it depends where you apply it to. I think like before you even think about the second, because I don't think that's the issue with the trade. Like you waiting for a second free break. I think it's just like you're heavily against the daily trend, like the way it's moving. Like there's been no like we can just assume, right? Like when it comes up like this, we can just assume that like, oh yeah, you're approaching our daily resistance, you're expecting a drop. But it's just an assumption, you know? There's nothing like forming to tell you that that's what's gonna happen yet. The only thing is like bare minimum is just daily resistance, really. Like, you know, anyone can say daily resistance. So it's like a bare minimal thing that's happening. It can still continue just to shoot up. It might not even create structure, right? So it's like whenever like you're heavily trending, like I try not to like jump on, like try to predict like when it's gonna reverse until it actually reverses. Like I'd rather wait for price to just make its way down, miss out on like quote unquote miss out, but really just like this is a confirmation for me. So wait for price to make its way down 1700 pips, and then after that it's like, okay, now can you pull back and hold? Because it can still be a continuation up, and if it does, then buys are above here. That would be the move for me. But if you just like create lower highs like this, continue to make its way down, it's like, okay, now lit, like you are now creating some structure. So then you have all this range here, you have all this range down here. So you don't need to like jump the gun early, right? But it's only when like we're trying to like grab like a head start, you know? So I don't think the issue is second like re-break or straight up waiting for a second range. I think it's just like overall, like with where you are right now, it's easy to just predict that we're gonna reverse it, right? Done since coming out. No structure. You think wick entry sells? Yeah, we mentioned the wick entry sells. No, I wouldn't take it just because. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Good question, actually. I mentioned in this, on these areas, I wouldn't take it. Good question though. Up here, after you break the highs, there's potential. Yes, good question actually. That's W question. W question. Yeah, it could be like 44.49. But then like now you need to make your way all the way up here. Like you need to push up 700 pips without creating structure as well, right? So that's another thing. That could be a thing. Yes, that could be a thing. But remember, like you would want to see this move happen like all the way up towards 49. I'll say like 44.95 is what I have. If you make your way up towards 44.95, no structure, it's just one consistent move, we'll look for it. The wick entry style just for the reaction, right? Because like again, like even if we were looking for the buys here, chat, we mentioned earlier, like we're looking for a price to create higher low to continue, right? So if we can just get it on the actual wick entry for price to create a higher low, it could be anywhere, it could be down to here. It's not much, right? We're not looking for like a reversal like this, chat. It's literally just gonna be a first initial reaction, right? It could be quick, but it's something we can look for, and I'll put that at like 44.95. That's not bad. That is maybe like 750 pips away. How much does this move go up already? This move gone up 460. Yeah, so clearly gold hurt us, man. There's volume today, so now it can just continue. Let's see what our stop's gonna be. Could be a little sooner actually. Could be like here. Four to 4, 6, 7. What's this? 4683. That would be 2100. 21. Yeah, that's not bad. 2100. So if we do get in the wick entry sales chat, we could get it at 67. Actual W question. 67. 67. 4467.203. I'll say. I based it off of like a little bit here, especially this right there, and then looking left like a little bit here, and then a little bit here, and a little bit here. That reaction there, a little bit here, a little bit here. So it's a decent zone. The 95 zone would have been fine too, but I think 95 is what I had for buys, so it's a little higher, like for actual continuation buys on that play we had earlier. But this is a different play. This is like if you just come up without structure, right? So it could be a little lower than 95. But yeah, you still gotta make your way up. Like I think on the re-break of the highs now, that's like 44.29. And chat, very key, okay? Very key. No structure. This is fine because we're still really far away. But like if you start seeing it like come up all the way up towards here and then you get a pullback, we can't take that wick entry sell no more, because then now you're creating structure, right? Will I move it? We'll see. I don't know yet. I don't know. We could, but it's not much because above 95 we're looking for buys anyways, right? So I don't think we could. But yeah, if it comes up without structure and it's just one consistent move like this, chat, literally just the way it's going up, like all the way up towards 6-7, we'll look for that first initial reaction there. All right, and I think that will be similar to like what we took last week. So let's see. And then yeah, stops at 2100 pips. So 2100 pips, you can use a 0.06 probably. Pretty lit, pretty lit. And then TP for that won't be too crazy. Like I think we're looking for maybe just like, how far is this? This is a good BE zones. Like this is 90. So yeah, this is very good for BEs and trail stops. I think what we'll do is maybe $5.9. Where'd it go? So 5.9 trail stop zones. BEs would be around, what's this? Yeah, I want to use that low as the trail stops too. So that low, what's the BE here? 15, and then trail stops are gonna be around 23. Pretty much it. I'll use those. So yeah, chat, don't mind the obvious lines here. Again, if we get a 6-7 entry, just know like the first lines is gonna be the TP is only gonna be 5.9. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna attempt anything too crazy. We could actually hold on. We could, but it's not too aggressive of a TP here. You could try like maybe, let's see. Just a 4, right? You can try like 49. This wick entry sells, so it's like it could be a quick pop down. You could try it. I mean, either way, even if we do try it, we're gonna have like our BEs and trail stop zones set anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And then it's just up to price. But yeah, I think below the hardest part to break through, I think would just be, what is this? The hardest part to break through would be 5.9, because all of these reactions here, right? But from like our entry to 5.9, that's like we'll be like 90 pips in profit anyway, so we'll be trailing stops, BEs, but 5.9 is the hardest to break. And if you break 5.9 right below there, becomes like much cleaner traffic, you're into 4.9. So yeah, you could attempt it, and you can even have something in between here too, but we'll figure it out later where that would be, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it. Still really far away, like 500 pips away, so I don't want to get too deep into it yet, because chat, we don't have another zone here. It's just one zone at 6.7, and then above there we're not gonna move it. So if there is structure coming up, that's it. Like we're not gonna keep adjusting it just because like we have ideas for buys above 95, right? I don't have anything between 67 and 95. It's just wick entry ideas here. We're expecting our first initial reaction. But above there, like it's just clean traffic up towards 95. So if it doesn't react, then you come up and you come up, right? We won't get the wick entry sales. Continuation or bottom wick buy. Bottom wick buy is also valid. Wick entry buys, I think I'll take more so above like 95 though. Above 95, because I still want to see if like anything above here could be a fake out. So once that gets cleared, yeah, like we'll open the ideas up for wick entry buys. It's like if you just create structure above here, we're looking for buys above 95 anyways, but anything above is like pull back, you're looking for wick entries after that. I would say maybe above like 45.84 actually. Above that zone instead, because above there is all clean too. Let's see. Yeah. Damn, this volume came, bro. I didn't think we'll get some volume until like 11, 12 like usual. That's lit. And you have 10 minutes until 4 are closed too, chat. 10 minutes. Wait, so why did you go shoot up? What was there? So said finally a TP. Nice, 60 minutes ago. Very nice. Is Trump speaking? No, late at 2:30 though. We have FOMC meeting minutes at 2:30, and then at 2 and then 2:30 he speaks. So that's like later. But there looks like there is gonna be volume before today. Weekly just reflipped again too, chat. Very nice. Oh yeah, there's also right. Man, there's so many ideas. Chat, there's also the daily leg candle fill going the other way too right here. You have this as well. And then you already got the body reactions obviously right here, right? So if you were to... Hold on. I forgot about that daily leg candle fill. Because that daily leg candle fill takes you up towards 49. So... How much structure was there just now? Let's put this as the body area. So you want to see something like hold a little bit. Honestly, chat, this is not bad. We're gonna look for potential buys before. I'll say like if we can get pushes up towards these areas though, like maybe a little up towards these areas right here, 44.28, pull back towards like 44.12. Re-break that zone, you can look for ideas here. This is your invisible candle as well right here, right? And then you look for those buys up towards like 49, which is the daily leg candle fill. The leg candle, you have two leg candles. So you have a bearish one and a bullish one, right, from the last week. But yeah, if you can tap into the zone, create a little more structure, nothing too severe, like 28 down to 12 isn't too much to ask for, maybe a little bit higher than that, off of these areas, and then the re-break could be something. But I do want to see another pop up either way, right? But this is your invisible candle right here. You can even mark up more like here. You can delete all of these actually, right? So this is actually breaking for the first time. So this is actually creating a top wick for this range here. If you come up, break the highs, creating a top wick anyways. So it's something we can look forward to. And so let's see if we do get the continuation buys here, what would it be? So you want to see this tap into above there. You're looking at not bad, 42.17 for continuation buys. So it stops, lots could be like a 0.06. So it could be a 2-trade day. If we get that continuation buy and then the actual wick entry sell too, could be a double trade day today, chat. But yeah, I do want to see us tap into like 28 zone tiers. You can tap into this zone right here, just like this. This is what I'm basing it off of right there, and then pull back. And the pullback, I won't look for anything too crazy. Maybe down to just like here, I'll say 16 would be nice. And then the re-break, and then that's your continuation, because that's just your daily leg candle fill at that point, right? Like look at the first initial reaction on the daily leg candle. This is your daily leg candle right here, and this is your first initial reaction. Look how much you pulled back already. So they may not be too much of a pullback, and that's required anymore to fill the rest of the leg candle. So yeah, if we do get in, chat, I'll be around, what's this gun? I use this 21.2. So then the loss could be 0.06. All right, chat. So let's see. Tapped into it. Can you get a pullback here? This is delicious volume right here, chat. We haven't had this volume all August, bro. Literally. You doing 2 lives today? No, it's not FOMC. It's FOMC meeting minutes. So I won't be live later. No, it's a hit or miss though. The meeting minutes. It's not always like as volatile. It's a hit or miss. And if it pops through, it pops through. We still have the wick entry style ideas up here. All right. But I need a pullback here, chat, in order to get in. But this is all invisible. 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 Yeah, this is all invisible, man. At least to the daily leg candle fill, which is like 49. That's invisible. All right, there's the reaction. Now, how far can it be? All right, so just that high is something we can reference, but let's see the pullback. I do want to see, I'll say here at least 18. Might be a lot to ask for. It might just drive without it. That's what I want to see now. The higher it goes, the lower we can raise it, but it's only until 49 the idea is, chat. So we only have like maybe 150 pips left in this range. All right, so there's a push. Yeah, so now you only have like maybe 94 pips in that range left. So we're gonna pull back retail now. We still use it or look for it. It's just the pullback now. I'll say like 27. I'm moving towards the previous low, which is here instead. Still gonna require a pullback though before I get in. So yeah, if it drives, it drives, right? Let it drive. We'll just move on. The next idea is wick entry sells at 6-7, but still a little bit here. Gold's going crazy. Yeah, it's looking good today. Lots of ideas like that could happen in the moment because you're actually creating some more information throughout. All right, there's a pullback now. Can we see a 28? I want to see a 28, chat. That's what I have. Okay, I don't have anything higher than that at the moment. We moved it just because of how high you came up. If it react off of 28, it would have been 12. Since it broke above 28, we'll use 28. That's just the most recent support. So if it were to be a fake out, you'll fake out below there anyways. Wow, there's even gaps here with how volatile it's moving. Look at this. Oh. Wick entry bias. Can we also take that too? Because this is just no pullbacks on this push up really, which is possible. Where could it be though? It might be a little lower. I'll say like 43 to 88. That's pretty far still. Yeah, it's pretty far, but wick entry bias could also be possible too, just because like look at this move. It's like on a small time frame, any time frame, there's been no pullbacks. Right, so the first pullback, like when you reverse, like it's a very rare price to just reverse like this. Even if it were to reverse, you'll get some structure before reversing, right? And if it were to just be like a pullback for a higher low, then amazing, you continue up anyways. So that's like a win-win situation. But yeah, that won't be until I'll say like 38. That's a lot further down. 38, maybe 401. That's a lot further down. Still got a bit here. It pulled back a little bit here, but didn't tap into 28, right? It came down towards like 35. So 70 more pips, and then you still got a re-break. And then that re-break would be our buy stop or a pending order or a market X. Why I jumped up? Well, there was some news that came out at 8:34, and then yeah, just I'll say this is normal price action, normal volume. That's about it. I don't think it's anything too crazy. It's still within the ranges, right? But it could lead to a crazy day. Like I think it's gonna stop anytime soon. By the looks of it, no. So it could be a lot more. All right, that broke the lows again just now, did it? Yeah, to see that I broke the lows again just now. You're still like 50 away from that low, that bottom wick that I want to see. So not yet. Yeah, I got the single thing on. I made sure. We might get, chat, might be a double trade day today. This is the 4 opening. 4 kind of close above the range here. So bottom wick first. I was hoping you can come down a little more. Let's see. So you might break the highs here, Chad. Close your eyes if you have FOMO, because if it just rips, we're not gonna get this move, okay? So close your eyes if you have FOMO. It's starting to glitch a little bit more. It's still glitching. Where's your next level after it's going to last highs in range? I have 45.84, and then after 45.84 we have up here. I mean, this is like perfect. I mean, will it come up above here today? Maybe, I don't know, we'll see, right? But I think your next range after these highs, the thing is you still got to create structure, just because of how much you're lacking structure on the way up here on the overall move from last week, and on top of that, this move right here. But that's it. That's all we really need to see in order for it to come up towards 45.84 next. It might not though. It could just reject anywhere, right? But that's why for breakout ideas, like I would like to see structure. So I would like to get in before the leg candle fill, right? Which we can still do here. This came up towards 44.42. You're coming down towards 28 now. So now this is important too, chat. Not just the zone itself, but like how sharp is this move coming down versus like coming back up, right? So if it's like this is fine. If it just comes constantly right back up right away, perfect. We can still take that buy. But if it's slow, what we'll do is we'll apply a second re-break. So we'll wait for price to come back up, break the highs, pull back, re-break. So we might get a little less of a range, but that's the confirmation I'll apply. But look, tapping to 28, right? Is it gonna reject off 28? I don't know. I don't have wick entry buys here. If we do get wick entry buys next, it's gonna be all the way down towards 43.88. So that's far. That's another, like, if this pulls all the way down 380 more pips, we'll take it. Wick entry buys. But I don't have it here. It's too early. It's too soon. Pencil, you said BRB in 10 minutes? GG's. GG's. 10 minutes. My mic is far as better now. Hello? This could close invisible candle too. Imagine reverse the whole candle. It could be. It could. Shit, you never know. Gold be moving. If you think about it though, if it does, it's just still at the top of the range. It's literally just, if it does, then it's just like top of the range. Just that there's some set of volume here, which still failed to break the highs, by the way. We wanted to see that higher break in order to get some liquidity, but maybe we might not need it. 44.01, 43.88. $4.406. Yeah, it could be a little higher. Chat, if this comes all the way down towards 44.06, that's also could be a wick entry buy for us too, because this is the first pullback right now, right, on this move. So that'll be down here, which isn't too far away. This could be another idea off bat. But this is like 200 pips away. If we do get that, what our stop's gonna be? Let's figure it out. I think we'll use this down here, 41.75. That's still gonna be maybe 2,200 pips, and 0.06 lot, same thing. I'll use the same lot size, right? But if this can come straight down towards 06, very key, no structure, we can take wick entry buys, because this is the first pullback you have on price here. So you're expecting price to kind of create higher lows, right? For a lower high to continue down, or if it's continuation up, then continuation up. This is the higher low. This is the first pullback. Very key first pullback, very key first initial reaction. So if it does come down like this and it pulls back and we miss it by like 10 pips where we can't get in if it were to come down again, just because of that structure that's creating, right? So very key, like how it actually makes its way down. But that's also an idea too, right? But today is like, ideas are just coming like, just moving. And yeah, we still got ideas above here too, right? Remember chat, earlier I said like if it comes down slowly, then we'll just apply a second re-break. So this, I will consider this a very slow, not very slow, but it wasn't one rapid push down and another rapid push up, right? It wasn't a constant one. So I'll wait for this to come back up, re-break the highs, and then hopefully when it re-breaks the highs, it doesn't just rip up towards 4449, because then that's our destination next. We're not looking for more buys above there until 4490 after that anyways, right? So if it does a break, a pullback, and then a second re-break, and then we'll look for that second re-break up towards 4449. All right, chat, so that's gonna be like a 60 70-ish pip range. So yeah, lots of potential for a trade before 9:30 today. Okay. All right, let's see. Can it break the highs and slight pullback, and then re-break? We'll look for those continuation buys. I think our stops for that chat would be, remember, it's gonna be 42.17, I believe, right? Yeah, 42.17. Sorry, what am I saying? Yeah, 42.17. 0.06 flat. We calculated that earlier. Ready? So let this re-break, and then fingers crossed it doesn't just re-break and rip. You have like a 70 pip difference here. One thing I don't have right now is BEs and trail stops, but let me just see. Could be something there. I don't have much because I gotta look left there. Let's see. What could that be? Use reference a bunch of lines here. Above there. And then like right here. All right, so did you re-break? Okay, there's a re-break and then slight pullback here. Slight pullback. I'll say towards the flip would be nice, ideally. Oh, a little more than that. A little more than that. Okay, there's the flip. Okay, now the re-break, okay? So get ready for this re-break. So we can delete these lines here. 0.06, re-break of the highs will be in chat. 44.45 would be BEs, I'm pretty sure. All right, so gone buys right there in the re-break. I'll say the re-break of this. We're not BE yet. I'll say the re-break of that will be BEs, so it'll be around, let's see, trail stops are 47 as well, so keep that in mind, chat. I'll say the re-break of this. So once you re-break, could get a pop, could be a 15, 12 in profit. And then trail stops again at 23, and then TP is up here. So TP is not too far away. Again, that's just the daily leg candle fill, okay, chat? That's what we got. So no BEs yet, still in here. This is what we're looking at target, right? This entire wick fill right here on a daily. If you go on a daily, you'll see what I mean. That bearish one right there, that's your daily leg candle fill. All right, chat. Pretty straightforward. It's just the BE zone that didn't have like actual set, but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be the re-break here. Spreads are kind of wide here. Could be a little better. Should be able to get a pop. Get ready here. If spreads tighten up by the time we're in profit, GG's, might get a runner or TP. Not BE yet. Not BE yet. Not BE yet. Not BE yet. The re-break of that, I'll say. I want to see a little pop here. Should be able to get a little pop. All right, there it is. BEs, and then let's just trail stops. This line right here is a trail stop zones, and then yeah, there we go. TV smack. So congratulations, chat. Waited 2 weeks for a trade, and we got a trade, and we got a fucking TP smack, and we got slipped too on a TP smack. So what was this? This was 100 pips. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go, man. Let's go, chat. We waited 2 weeks for a trade. We waited 2 weeks for a trade. We got 100 pips on the trade, man. Holy. Holy. Good shit. Good shit, chat. Good shit. Nah, but for real, I didn't think we'll get 100 pips. We got slipped. I put TP at 40 pips, right? Holy. What did we get? 102 pips. Yeah, we got 102 pips, a minute and 55-second trade, buying the highs once again. But yeah, you see the BEs and the trail stop. The only thing I was like kind of like I couldn't find quick enough, just because I got to scroll left there in MetaTrader, was the trail stop zone. So I just like referenced like a bunch of wicks, but really like, yeah, the BEs are key though, very key. We didn't move it right away. We waited for it to actually re-break a little bit, and then that was that. But yeah, W trade, chat. Good shit. So was it worth it? I'll say so. We missed the whole trade last week, but think about it. If we got 20 pips every day last week, every day of the week, it would have been equivalent to one trade. So one trade kind of backed up a whole week basically for us. You never know, man. You never know. Some trades could be 10 pips. Some trades could be 20, you know, some are 100. It just really depends. But no, I do not have any ideas here at 6-7 right now, chat. I'm a journal. I got a journal. And we're gonna come back, and then shit, we might get a double trade day today. So I wouldn't call it a day just yet, chat. Okay, could be a double trade day. It's only 9:15. NYC open didn't even open up yet. That was literally just the 4 opening. That was it. Not 15 minutes to the 4 opening, and you move like total like 350. Since 8 a.m. you've moved like, I mean, 890. So this can continue going, right? So yeah, chat, enjoy the stream, bro. If you guys enjoyed the stream, hit the like button, sub to the channel if you guys fuck with that trade. But even if you didn't understand the trade, as long as you understood why I got in, how I got in, why I wait for a pullback on the re-break of the highs, like stuff like that. It might not always like play out exactly as we intended, but the idea of like the second re-break on a slow move down versus a slow move, like small stuff like that is what makes a huge difference, right? So as long as you understood that, W. And yeah. I'm a journal, and we'll come back, and then we'll see what we can do next. Okay, so what percent did we make today? $61. That might be the biggest trade, chat, I've caught in like, I don't know if we've ever got a $60 trade since March 19, since that 200 pip runner or a 2,000 pip drawdown trade. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Yeah, so it's a big runner. $61 on a 0.06 lot. 6138. All right, let's see. So percentage wise, we did Monday. What day is it today? Wednesday. We did 61.38. So yes, we do trade. You guys are like, yo, when's the next trade done? There it is. We got one. Now you can see that we actually do trade. We're gonna just sit here. Okay, 2.2%. W. Let's go over here. Chat, what percent did you guys make in that trade? Spam, let me know what percentage you guys made. 19 August 2026. That was at what time? 910. New York. Bullish bias, normal. It was just a buy, back-to-back buys. We didn't get a buy for 4 months, and then we got a back-to-back buy. So things are definitely changing. And then that was just like a breakout, really. A breakout, and I think I used the daily as a leg candle fill. I'll put daily leg candle. Current higher low. Yeah, daily leg candle fill. That's what I'll put. Stop loss in the 4-hour structure. TP, I use the daily TP again. So this is a daily time frame trade. Next large point resistance, BEs, yes. Minute, managed it. Daily, I'll say the 1 hour I used too. No, the 4 hour I used. Honestly, it's about it. When it came to structure, I think it was just a 5 or something, 515. I think it was a 15. And then that was just, yeah, leg candle fill on the daily. Expected outcome, it was a win, 0.06 lots. We did 61.38. Damn, we got slipped. Yo, that's rare. We never really got slipped on the TP like that. But with that volume, sheesh. 103, 102.3. Drawdown, was there any drawdown? A little bit, right? Like 33 pips, so yeah, negative 33. Max profits, we did peak, TP max, so 102.3. And then, yeah, TP hit. Gotta add one that says slipped here. That's fine. 102.3. All right, and then one more journal. This one's quick. So third trade of the month, chat. You know, that's only a third one, but our third trade of the month, I'm about to show you guys something real quick. Hold on. 9, 10. New York. Gold. Buys. Leg candle fill. Current higher low. On a daily. Full. 102.3. I'm about to show you guys something quick. Chat, we only had 3 trades for the month, right? But we only had 2 trades for the month, 3 trades for the month, but we're at 3.65%. Last month, we took how many trades? Last month was July, right? So 7 all the way up into July, we did. Last month, we did 3.23 trades. You know how many trades we had last month? Last month, we had 10 trades. This month, we're at 3. So already past the percentage for last month. So you never know, right? It's like, but if you just sit there and like try to force it within like the ranges, it's gonna, eventually when a time comes where things do move, you're not gonna have a balance no more to trade. And then you just kind of sit there like, damn, like price is so much more easy to read right now, but it's like you don't have a balance. This is like frustrating. It's like, what the, you know what I mean? Look at this, 67 almost got tapped. Okay, chat, we're gonna see what's up. What can we do now? Okay, so we have 4406, we have 4449, we had 4467. I don't think we can get a 6-7 here. It already reacted near it. Like 6-3 kind of got a reaction, so we're gonna remove 6-7. I think what we'll just do, chat, honestly, at this point is look for continuation of buys above 49 or 44.95, and then wick entry buys. I think if anything, more wick entry buys, because we still don't have pullbacks. It's decent. It's not the worst. It's some decent higher lows, but any pullbacks that we get could be wick entry buys. So you know what? That's something we can do. Very keto. If you do want wick entry buys, you want to see consistent pullbacks. You don't want to see structural pullbacks. It's why I call it first initial reaction. Okay, chat? So if it does pull back, for instance, one move, those are wick entry buys. All we gotta do is pick up what zone that is, which I will find out in a second here. But you don't want to see like it coming down, pulling up, coming down, pulling up, because then like by the time you get to your wick entry buy zone, it's like, look at all the structure you have built up. It just decreases the probability of actual movement, right? Actual rejection. whereas like with structure you can easily just push through now, so that zone becomes less probable of a wick entry buy zone, right? So that's what I gotta figure out. And these wick entry buys could change too based on how high you go. I don't know if this is gonna pull back from here. I don't know if it's gonna push up towards 95 first. I have a 95 as the next resistance, so yeah, we'll see. Okay, chat, but pullbacks very key. Next, let's see, where could I be? I'm gonna invert my chart here because I'm addicted to taking sells or something. But let's do like here, 44.32. We got more up here, 44.09. What else do we got? I think that's about it. Anything below there would be like very severe of a pullback, to be honest with you. So yeah, 44.32 is not bad. How far is that? That's the 4-hour flip, right? If you were to make your way down like 230 pips without pulling back, it's a lot to ask for, but it could be something. It could also be a daily leg candle fill reaction here. This is a 15 leg candle. This is the body area, so it could be within that zone between 40 and 32. If you do pull down, you can look for wick entry buys. Very key though, no structure. Okay, chat, you don't want to see structure, so you want to see it being one consistent move. If there is structure, we're just gonna move it. We'll move it towards the next zone, 44.09. All right, and we'll keep doing that, because look how bullish this is of a move, right? It's like you're really bullish. It's like yesterday, was it a bearish day? It's still within the range. It's a little too early, but today, like, I would consider this being bullish, not only because of this push though, but because like overall, like before this move today, you are already bullish here. This is like a little range, and now it's just continuation. Could it still be a fake out? Maybe. Could still be a fake out. I wouldn't count that out. But that's why I think I got biased above 44.95. I want that structure still to be created, okay? But wick entry sells, if you pull back, fine. That's like the closest sell we can get next, okay, chat? Makes sense? Put a 1 if it makes sense. Let me know. And yeah. Maybe double trade day. Reggie says Reggie is still in? Holy. Alright, W once. Oh yeah, direct. Let me put the trades taken. I haven't done this in so long. What did we take? Gold buys plus 2.20%, 102.3 pips. Sheesh. W chat. WWWW, man. Patience. Definitely paid off. What are we gonna do? ADM East. Playbook. B2. Copy and paste this. Put this here. Free playbook out now. Let me pin that. Lit. Can you break down how you took that trade? Yeah, so basically, this was like a fresher idea that came throughout the stream. It wasn't like from the morning analysis. This morning the analysis was like above 44.90 because I was trying to figure out if anything above here could be a fake out. But then I saw the daily leg candle. This is a leg candle trade, chat. The daily leg candle right here. This bearish one. So I'm like, okay, cool. That hasn't been filled yet. That yesterday, this candle is from August 13th. You already got the body reaction right here. These two candles right here. You got the rejection. So you got the pullback already. So now it's a matter of just like, okay, now you're back above the yellow line. As long as you can hold this yellow zone, anything above there could fill the rest of the wick. So then we're looking for this wick fill, which is like above the yellow line, like 300 pips, right? But from the highs, you still had a little bit left, like 130. So then, yeah, that was the general idea. Daily leg candle at a higher time frame. We just drop down to a small time frame and then we wait for like pullbacks, right? We wait for pullbacks to occur. So like, where did we get in again? Right here, right? So when price came up to make this high right here, I was like, okay, chat, wait for a pullback. I want to see a 28 tap. I don't know if 28 is going to reject or not, but I know that that's your previous zone. So if you can reject off of 28, come back up to re-break the highs, depending on how slow it takes to come down and come back up, we could end up not taking it on the right away on a re-break, but instead of wait for price to break, slight pullback, and then continuation. So that was it. It was basically just like a break and retest at that point, but leading up to the daily leg candle. So that was it. I think what was key was just this, like, even if you did get in here though, there would have been like a bit of drawdown right here, but that would have been fine, right? That wasn't too bad. That was only like 106 pips of drawdown, so it would have been okay. And then the re-break of the highs, that would have been your move. But yeah, I wait for the pullback. So after this, got in, re-break, and then after that, like my TP just tapped. But we're targeting this right here. All right, pretty straightforward trade, I'll say. Just daily leg candle. And then now what we're waiting for next is just continuation. So above like 44.95, if you can just make your way up above that zone, we'll look for something. So anything here right now, chat, is gonna be a little more waiting, you know, like with this blue zone here is what I'll put. It's a little more waiting. And we also had a wick entry celery at 6.7, but it looked like it came out towards 64, and that was it. That was the reaction zone, so we couldn't get that. That was after a trade. Pretty much. Oh yeah, NYSE open in 3 minutes. Man, it feels like NYSE open was like not today. Holy. I need some music. That folks music is too intense when it's moving. I feel like it felt so like hyper focused. What do you think about sell? You think could continue? Sells, man. Sells, man. Do you need to get the sells here? What if we just wait for price to make its way down first and then actual show structure of sells? You know what I mean? Like what if you just wait price to drop down like 2,000 pips and then create structure, and then below here, you know, I think that might be a little better to look for like continuation sells. I think here's a little tough to catching a falling knife. It's like catching a flying balloon. Alright? It's a little more tough. Unless you're looking for a wick entry sell, which I no longer have. Oh, what's our record now? 581. That is a Devious 011. Let's see. Five seven seven. 577 123 82 87.56 win rate. Our win rate is not even going up no more. It's like going up like 0.01. 7,822. Pips. Lit. Where'd you put your TP on long continuation? I think your next zone is gonna be maybe like you're looking at 95. So like, see how you're breaking into this range here? Like I'll say like you're right around here. Like you see a little bit of struggle in these zones here. So I'll say right around there. So yeah, it's around 46, 44, 45, 95, like in that area. Because right now you're in this area, right? So like anything between here is like kind of your target at this point. All right, that's where you break into. So this is all clean traffic. A little bit of struggle, just trail stops and profit, honestly. BE's minimum, and you can try to attempt like a 44. What is this? 45, 70, 45, 80, 45, 90. I'll say at least 90 pips to go. 900.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah, push Chicago on, I push that rack on. Yeah, you Chicago on, I push that rack on. Nah, for real. Thank you. We'd embarrass so many other guys.
NYC open here, guys. Let's see. Let's see what this will bring. NYC open, so yeah, let's see. Could be volume. I don't see why not. And that's it. 10:30, you do have one more folder, crude inventories. But yeah, that's it. Could it break? Could it make its way above 95? So anyone's still holding? I think Reggie is. Should anyone still holding? Still holding? I'm still holding. Alright, man. Take it to Mars. If you're still holding, you'll be sitting like 200 pips in profit. Yeah, you can try to attempt like 5.8, 500. 44.95. That's big. It's like right there. What song's that? That was Chief Keef. I don't think they love me, Chief Keef. Chief Keef. Sosa. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man zone? This the part with the bite, nigga. What's up? I know my picture on the wall. Hey, is he mad? Was he? Hey, did Emmanuel say anything to them? He didn't reply me earlier. We got right into it. Holding and sells. Hope it drops. Let's see. Chat, we can still get the wick entry buys, right? I think that's a lot closer than taking continuation buys for us. It just requires a drop, which we do have at like. What do we have it at? 06, right? Yeah, 06. No. What do I have? These two wrongs are right, you. I was too grown in high school. The true soul of Ice Cube, too close to snipe you. Truth told, I like you. Too bold to type you. Too rich to fight you. Calm down, you light skin. Mistake, girl, still love you. Make no mistake, girl, still 14, 32. But where'd you go to tap 32? Did you come up for 65? Oh shit, right on the money ball. Yo. Hey. Chat, we can get a 32 here. Let's see if we get a 32. How much are stops? Some days. 32. To 115, same stops we use. Yeah, we can get a 32 here. If it just drops flat towards 32 with no pullbacks here. This is okay so far. If it breaks the high, we'll get rid of the idea. We'll move it down further. Next zone is gonna be 406. I'm pretty sure I have right. No, 14. After that, it's gonna be 14. So yeah, let's see how far this pullback is, because you wanted to see this drop with no pullbacks, right? For that wick entry buy. But this might be the first initial reaction. Yeah, that might be it. Okay, so yeah, we'll remove this for now. We'll delete that idea. And then what we'll do now, let me flip this again. I'm actually addicted to taking sells, chat. Like, I have to look at it inverted. Let's see, what else do we got? 32. We can't get that because that already reacted. Damn, that was perfect too, because I was like, well, did it react off of this? I used these wicks right here to reference them, like only if it came down towards there where we can use 32. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh shit, right on that point. But yeah, we'll delete that. Can't use that, but we can still use the 1414 or 4414, which is like right here. Maybe no bottom wick right there. Maybe a little sooner. 4429. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. This is an invisible candle right here too. So if you come back up to re-break, this really did not exist. You can't block that out. So technically it's still the first pullback here up. So yeah, if you do come up towards there, chat, you could use a 4429 here as a wick entry buy. Okay, so I'll move it towards there for now. And then yeah, if anything changes, like if you start breaking these, if you flip and drive up, break the highs, different story. We'll come back and see what else we could use. But yeah, I think mainly focus on just wick entry buys from here, because again, this entire bullish move up didn't create any structure. It's just constantly pushing up. So that next time you create structure, it's gonna lead to range. And if you range, you're expecting a pullback, right? Because it's not just gonna reverse and correct the entire move within one move. Even if you do correct it, let me just invert it real quick. But even if you do correct this, chat, it very rarely do you see prices do this. Like you'll see it, like, you know, come down, create a bit of ranges, make its way down, come up, break the highs, okay, now it continues to drive, right? But like you need to go through all of that process, which right now you don't have that process yet. You're at the very early stages. So we can take advantage of like the first pullbacks, right? Because you're expecting this to create a lower high, you're expecting this to create a lower high, you're expecting this to create a lower high. So then that's why it's very effective to take wick entry buys in these situations, especially when the overall move coming up doesn't print any structure. See what I meant? $25. Yeah, I have a 29, so that's close. That's honestly not too far. I attempted a 4 like in Wickfield H today. Fuck, didn't wait for re-break. Oh no, I see you. Like you're asking something before I hopped into a trade, so I got distracted. Honestly, bro, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play DDG. Price is near daily order block. True. Where's the order block?
drama. Just got a comment, spit that on my mama, cause being dead broke at a family trauma. I'm giving all these hood niggas hope, showing them niggas ain't got it so dope. Take a percentage to show you the ropes. Business is business, you know how they go. I got the money, the fame, and the bitches. I'm fucking your missus, she really don't love you. I might just fly her ass out of the country and play with the kitty, but never gonna cover you. 5-star meals when I eat these days. My homie just told me I'm bougie. Friday night in the LA life, let's make a fucking
movie.
I do not play by the rules, they cannot slow me down. They see they not making moves, won't be my homie now. Shorty is they no do.
Got a quick scalp. 4464 at 44. That's not a quick scalp. That's like a 1. That's a 2-inch bit runner scalp, my friend. That's a runner. Quick scalp. Am I still active? Me? No, I'm not gonna lie. I have not been on that software for like 8 months. Oil news? Yeah, you have oil news. It could impact. Cause 10:30. It's in about 45 minutes. 47. 47. What a chaotic stream today, man. I felt like we just hopped on. It was a little calm for like 5 minutes, and I was just sitting there like, damn, we're not gonna move today, huh? Next thing you know, and then all of a sudden we had like 3 ideas come at the same time, like crazy. That candle on the 15 in 2 minutes. Quick scope. What the fuck did I miss? What else is meme coin at candle? Just went for a drive, and when I come back, this is what I see, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. It literally happened within like out of nowhere. News did come out though. Like there was some unexpected news at like 9 or 8:34 or something like that. Since it's now regulated in Canada. Oh, since it's not. I don't know. If you're like, I think it was just wire and debit. I think if you're already a client, you'll be fine. But I don't think they were accepting new clients for a period of time. You gotta ask them that. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But I'm pretty sure it's just debit, credit, wire, and Skrill or something like that. $15-minute candle closing above resistance to buy. I don't have anything here. I don't have anything until 95 for like continuation. I'd rather just like take wick entry buys than take continuation buys from here. From here above 95 is my next continuation buy. So between 65 and 95, because the same analysis applies from the morning chat. When I did my analysis, it's like this could still be a fake out, right? So nothing really has happened. I know we got like some good ideas here, but like this is still the over idea for the day. It's like you're kind of still like, this is the first time you're breaking above and you're still lacking structure overall, right? So that's why like I still want to see if you can pull back. If you could pull back and hold, okay, yeah, above here, amazing, right? But until then, it's gonna be above 95 or 4,500 in that zone there. So it's a little further, but I don't have any continuations, nah, not from here. We can still get a 4,429 wick entry buy though. That's next. I know Siri is going to be watching once I take up some profits. Shit, man. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You can't really like. You gotta just pay your taxes, man. I don't know what to tell you. Unless you go to Dubai or something, but you know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. It's like at this point, bro, they might as well go and like trade for me because they're taking like 60% of my money. At this point, like, are you the one going MetaTrader? You know what I mean? Like they acting like they're the ones clicking the buy or sell button. No, it's me. I'm clicking the buy or sell button, and somehow they take majority of the work. Majority. It's actually like crazy. But yeah, that's just how it is, bro. That's just how it is. Move? I know. Well, yo, what's the taxes in Poland? What do you get taxes in Poland for business? I heard it's like a lot lower. It's like 10% or something like that. Yeah, it depends on the bracket, right? Let's say let's just say 100K plus. Like, do you know how much that is in Europe for business? Do you think price is easier to read today compared to other days? I wouldn't say easier. I think yesterday, I wouldn't say easier. I think it was just, there's actually a trade opportunity. There's more opportunities today. But I don't know if I see that as like easier or harder. I think it's just a good opportunity today. For me, it's like, yo, if there's opportunity, there's opportunity. If it's not, there's not. I wouldn't say like this like, or even when I get into a trade, like I wouldn't say like, you know, like this trade is like better than, this trade has higher probability, this trade has lower probability. It's just like, if it's good, if everything checks off, or if everything doesn't, if there's something missing, that's it. It's a good or not. Like everything confirmed, one thing that's missing, which makes it non-confirmed. So confirmed or confirmed, that's it. So same with price too. It's like, I wouldn't say easier or harder. I think it's just a lot of opportunities though. A lot of information got printed throughout. So, but yeah. But usually I will say on days when you drive like this, like I don't get much. So I'm surprised we even got something today. Because usually when we drive like this, days when we drive like heavily like this, we don't get it until like the ranges. Right? Like look at these, like when you drive in between, like all of this, all of the drives in between, like we don't really get much of opportunities until the very bottom or the very top of it. I guess this part of it we didn't get to recently, last week. But yeah, I wouldn't say harder or easier, just, you know, things align today, amazing. But we might get another one here, chat. This is your invisible counter here, so if you can, this is actually the first time you're pulling down. So 44.29 is what I got, work entry buys. If we do get that, chat, our stops are gonna be 42.13, 42.17, okay? Okay, chat, but it needs to come down, or you want to see it come down without creating structure. Very key, and then yeah, stops are gonna be around 2100. So 42.17, same lot size, just a different position, wick entry buys, okay? Which prop firm? I'm not on prop right now. I'm just on live. I'm just on a live account. Just live. Just live. Ask chat though. Chat might know. I thought your name was Petro Canada. Yo, someone recommend Petro prop firm or something. 12% to 120. But if you earn more than 120, you pay 32. 32 is not still quite a bit. Still quite a bit. Yeah, there's ways. FTMO. WFTMO. I think the only reason why a lot of people don't fuck with FTMO is because it's expensive, no? This is expensive. Let's see, chat. We are maybe 150 pips away from looking for a wick entry buys here. Yeah, TP, I think we're just gonna attempt this. Hold on, how much is this? 56. Yeah, that'll be a trail stop zones for sure. That will be a trail stop zones for sure. TP will do. TP will do somewhere up here. How much is this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll get like a crazy runner here, but I'll do like a 58 pip TP. We could just put it here and then just trail it, to be honest, as well. But still, that's not that severe. It's not that severe of a pullback I'm expecting for the wick entry buys. It's like 9 pips at most. So let's see. I said the same thing earlier too for our positioning. We went past it, right? But yeah, that's it. It's just from, if we get a 4429 chat, we'll try to see if we can attempt a 38. But it looks like there's just a pullback here. What is this? So there's a pullback once again. All right, so that was a waste of my time. Okay, so let's see. If that was a pullback, what could we use next? Damn, that was quick. So if it taps 95, you can use a 51. But how would that look now since there was already structure? What's 51? 51 is here, right? So if you come up to 95, it will look like this. And that's just the re-break. The re-break. If that re-breaks, this is invisible. 40, 35? What's 35? What is 35? What is 35? The 1 hour flip, 4 hour flip. What else do you got? That's if you come up to 95 though, we can use a 5-1 or 436. If like, from here it's a little tough now because, let's see. If you don't go towards 95, let's remove this for now. Honestly, chat, you're looking at maybe more so within this territory then. So you're looking at just silence. We're looking at 18s. 18s next. I'll say 18s like in this yellow zone. 18 to 30s. What did we have just then? We just had like a 35, 40 something like that, right? I'll use like 18, 18, 20s, 18, 20s, 25s, like in this yellow zone here, I'll say. So, yeah. Let's see. What is that? 44.18. Let's put this here. Then we're looking at this. So that's what I'll look for next. Okay, let me just delete this then because we don't need this no more really. Delete this. We have wick entry buys here in the past too. Yeah, chat. So I'll say like, yeah, like with this pullback here, I didn't want to see much pullbacks coming down, but you did get a pullback before, right? We got one earlier and I was like, okay, that's fine because it's an invisible candle, but this really isn't an invisible candle. This is actually starting to create a little bit of structure. So if you re-break, I'll move from like down here down to like these zones here. So 18 to 20 zones in that blue zone is our next wick entry buy, right? So you still need to drop down. Like if that were to happen, we don't know if it is, but if it does happen, that's a 300 pip drop before we get a wick entry buy. All right, so it's not too far, but it depends on how much volume we have left for this session. And it might not even come down first. It can just go all the way up towards 44.95 next. And if it does do that, then I think what we were looking for was 50 zones, which was like around here. 51s from earlier, right? Remember like a couple minutes ago? But that's gonna require like a push up and then a pullback. And then I'll use like these zones over here, 51. But yeah, we'll see. We'll adjust that later. All right, but that's something else we can look forward to. But I don't have any continuation bias here or like wick entry sells here. It's like in this entire range until we actually figure out what's going on, there's not going to be much. All right, so the only thing I have next is a pullback. If you get a pullback, wick entries, you're looking for lower highs to continue down, or you're looking for price to reverse back up. Or if you come up towards 44.95 above there, we're looking for continuation buys again. But you still need to create structure. So how much time do we have left in the session? An hour. How much volume is going to be here still? We don't know. This could continue to go on. This move from the morning could have just been a baby move for like the rest of the session to move just as crazy. You never know. So yeah, we'll be here till 11. We have an hour left, and then yeah, we'll see what's up. All right, chat. But that's really it right now. That's just really it. So a little more waiting, but hey, you know, the last one was pretty worth it. What's the Walkman? Reggie, you still in this? Sheesh. You're still holding 82, took some partials, very nice. Guys, don't, yo, what's up, Wicked? Guys, don't sell now, it's not worth it. What if he makes profits though? You never know. What if someone sold just now? It made 10 pips just like that. Look, 10, 20, 30, 40, done, they're out, and it was worth it, you know? You can't tell somebody when to buy and sell, man, because at the end of the day, you're saying that from your perspective. They got their own perspective. So there's really no right or wrong way of eating the markets, man. There's no pause. There's no right or wrong way of making money from the markets at all. At all. Speed up. I took a buy at the night of 43.9 and closed at 43.39. I'm kind of sad, to be honest. No shit, woulda, coulda, man. No shit, woulda, coulda. Look, I closed my buy too. Look how much it ran after that. You know what I mean? I could have got an extra 100 plus. If it runs again, like it might run up another 390. I might have missed out on another 390, but if you didn't plan for it, you can't FOMO over it. Hello. Hello. Possible wedge on the minutes. Wait, what? Which one? Bullish one or bearish one here? Could be invisible candle. Could be. Oh, 1 hour closure, guys, 10 a.m. So low bottom wick first. Let's see. The last one closed pretty decently bullish. I mean, there's not much I can really say. It's just the only thing I'm worried about is that it could still be a fake out. I'm not counting that idea out, you know? Anything is possible, but it could be a fake out. So that's the only thing we need to wait for. If this doesn't come out towards 44.95, if you could then just pull back before then and continue up, like that would be a confirmation of a higher low for me. But without that confirmation, I can't get buys until 95, until above there. So that's the only thing really. W, bro. W. You made more. You quit your job last month, and you made more this month than you would in 4 months at the job. Damn. Should we not start expecting sells? I wouldn't try to predict it, no. I mean, sells for me are like below 41, like continuation sells. Like for this to be directional, it's gonna require a move down like this. So like I'm gonna have to miss out on at least like 1,007, 1,800 pips. And then once you actually do create structure, because then that can just be a fake out, right? And this is still bullish, so this can still be a fake out to continue up. So I would want to see this drop down for like 1,800 pips, pullbacks, then continuation, and then below here I'll look for sells. So below like 42 or something. So it's really far. But like I wouldn't sit here and try to like predict where the highs would be, the lows would be. I let price do that for me. Like where is that gonna be? Let price decide where that would be, right? You'll see it. Because the only thing you really could say is like you're at like some type of resistance, right? Which is, if that's valid for you, it's valid. But if you're asking me, like I'm far away from looking for continuation sells. Wick entry sells is a little different. But wick entry sells probably won't be until like 45.84 or something. You need to pop up in there like 1,200 pips, I'll say. But yeah, that's kind of what I got. So it's a little more required for me to confirm what's gonna happen, because I have no idea what's gonna happen here. Here could be anything, right? It shows clean traffic up. Could need more bottom wigs. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe in this song.
Oh man, I'm just glad that you were able to get in with us before 11, you know? Because this would have sucked if it happened at like 11 or something. $30 closes lead. True. Very true. Very true, very true. Very true. Copy your trading journal, easy. Do exclamation point journal, and then do file, make a copy, And then there you go. Now you got a copy of your own and you can fill it out. Any interest down? No, not here. I don't have anything until like 44.95 unless we pull back towards like 44.18. I got wick entry buy ideas. I don't have any continuation buys until above 44.95 after you create structure. So we're a little far from that because you still gotta make your way up here, which could be quick, who knows? And then you gotta pull back, create structure, and then all of that. But yeah, we could just a little more movements. But from here, I don't have anything. Aside for if you do pull back, wick entry buys, that's about it. Look, re-breaking the highs again. Let's see, you might get a resume of the volume. A resume. Starting to glitch a little bit too. You see the, I think when we're in the position, spreads are kind of wide, huh? But then I just glitched. So let's see, is this gonna glitch too? Very fresh for you, happy W, bro. Wow, 98,000 traders online earlier. Dude, how much points usually take for a profit, dude? Depends. Like this trade was 1,000 points, 100 pips. Sometimes it could be less. It just depends on what ranges we have that day. Like I think we averaged like 30 or something like that. 25, 30. Let's see. Let's see. Our last couple of trades. Let's say our last like handful of trades. Let's say this. Oh shit. Let's see. How do you do this? Average? That's it from there to there. How many pips is average? Hold on, how do I do this? $16. We averaged 16 pips overall per trade. Let's see, our last like, let's say our last like, I don't know, 20. 79. That doesn't seem too accurate though. 79. I don't know. Something like that. You can look at the stats. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. I think it's 20 though. Like 20, 25 lately. 15, 20, 25. I turned it down though. Yeah, oil news in 20 minutes. Yes, we'll wait for that, chat. Don't worry. Wait for oil news. Wait for oil news, and then yeah, we'll see what's up.
Can't stop, won't stop, never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Now we cooking up.
Let's see. This breakout is pretty slow though. See this? This is like, it's okay. It's okay. Still wick entry buys possible. What did I skip? What did I skip? What did I skip? What strategies do you use? Market structure, price action, support and resistance. Market structure, support and resistance, and candle reading. That's about it. No indicators, just literally just lines. Like support and resistance, market structure, which is all the same concepts if you think about it. And that's it. Candle reading is just market structure and candle like just reading the candles backwards, like understanding like the structure of each candle. Like if that makes sense. Like for instance, like I don't know, like let's look at this 1 hour candle that opened up just now. Opened up over here, bottom wick first, and then you have this. Like that's what candle reading is. It's the structure, right? So if you were to pull back again and then come back up to re-break, that's the structure. It's all of that applied into one. So I see that as all the same thing though. That's support and resistance as well. It's structure, it's all the same. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I do. Volume is just, I use support and resistance to determine volume. Ranges, which is just support and resistance, right? That's how I used to determine volume. 1-2 pops, I'll say that too, like based on how fast you come down versus coming up matters. Spreads, I look at that too, how big spreads are sometimes. I'm looking at traders online, like sometimes I'm looking at that to see like, oh, when our trader is more active, understand that a little bit. Small stuff, really. It's nothing too crazy, but that's pretty much my strategy. It's a little odd, you know. But when it comes to our support and resistance, our stop loss and TP, same thing. Like we'll mark up like our next zones, like next major zones, next minor zones, and then we just take it range to range. My stops are usually on the 4-hour structure. So at what point I believe like, or at what point looking at price, is price gonna reverse, right? So that's where I'll put it. And that's about it. That is about it. Market cycles, yeah, market cycles too. Yo, if you want to get a good understanding of it, go to admeast.com chat. admeast.com. I go live every morning at admeast, but admeast.com. Go to playbook V2. Go to V2. This is the old one. V2 is the new one. Look through this playbook. There's 4 units that are free. You don't even need an email sign up. Like, bro, you don't even need to sell your info, bro. It's literally free. No info needed to sell. No email, nothing. Just go on this site, click on this, boom, it pops up. Click on unit 2, boom, it pops up. Click on unit 1, boom, it pops up. Unit 0, boom, it pops up. And then look, this is my chart. This is market cycles, drive, range, liquidity. Again, that's just how I determine price, but it's just support and resistance, nothing too complex. Just go through it. You'll see it's literally, this is all I do. There's nothing else that I do that's not on this playbook. All I do, you just gotta read through it. Pretty cool. Free, no charge, no email, nothing is required. All right, and the streams are free too. The only thing there's ads. And you get to follow somebody that trades at $1,000 account from 1,000 to now. What's it at right now, actually? Wow, we hit 2.8. Holy, 2.8. We're almost at 3K, chat. That means this account is almost gonna be at like 300. Yeah, it's at 334% right now. Sheesh, yo, this might be a 6% month. Who knows? We still got like 10-11 days left, right? Who knows? But yeah, you get to follow every trade on one account, like with a real record, top left, that has a real pip count. All the wins and losses on the stream are there. Not like no like this many wins, this many losses. Like, but where are the stats? Where's the journal linked to all those stats? Bro, every single pip collected and lost has been shown on this stream. And then we only started keeping track of percentages like in February, you know, so that's something new, but still better late than never, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's all. You get to follow for free. And if that's still not enough, then Devious 02 is right there for you. If all of that is still not enough for you and you need like more help to understand, or you don't got time to sit on the streams, then Devious 02 is where you want to be. Crude oil inventory is already expecting 0.2. Actual less than forecast is good for currency. Wow, yo, they're expecting 0.2 over 17 mil. 0.2 mil over 17.4 mil. Numbers might come out real good then. If numbers come out good, then could there be some type of pullback on gold? Wick entry sells or wick entry buys? You know what I mean? Sorry, Devious 02, I learned a lot. W, bro. Reggie's still in this. Just, bro. You might get infinity TP. You learn a lot today, W, and just an hour too. You know what I mean? And imagine like 8 months. 8 months, you get a base understanding of this whole entire thing. But you eventually, it's just psychology. Like, cause I can repeat everything and you could get the exact strategy down. It's just psychology. That's the only thing really. That's the hardest part, right? The strategy itself is not hard. Like, or any strategy that you learn out there, it's not hard. It's just applying it and then like actually waiting for those setups. Like that's psychology, right? Waiting, patience. It's like 99% psychology. It's like 1% really trading. Like we waited, like chat, look, like how many hours between both of the trades, you know what I mean? So let's see, how many hours were there between August 19 to August 11? There were 192 hours. 192 hours. And this trade lasted how long? This trade lasted 1 minute and 55 seconds. If there were 192 hours and a trade lasted 1 minute 55 seconds, what percent is actually waiting and trading? Let's see. Waiting, it's 0.01% wait trading and 99% waiting. So it's 99% psychology. Literally 99% psychology, because you can take a piece of shit strategy and make it work. You can take anything and make it work. It's just you gotta wait for the subs though, right? Any strategy you want. You can take a piece of shit strategy and make it like the best strategy ever. It doesn't really matter. It's just You know, you still gotta be patient. You still gotta wait for yourself. You still gotta like spend the time collecting the data, sample sizing, this and that. So it doesn't matter how you trade. There's no right or wrong way with that. Where are you from? I'm from Canada. Mentioned before that consistency and sticking to your rules is what makes or breaks. Yeah, exactly. It's just waiting. Cause like even on a simulator, right? Like you can go on a simulator and like you could like a trading simulator and you can trade, but like you get to actually skip the candles. So when you go on and back test on a sim, like it's easier to just sit through and skip candles until you get the one that you want. The hard part about real life trading is you have to sit there and wait, and it's like a fear of like not knowing when that next trade will come. It's like fear of like, is this gonna happen? On a sim, there's less of a fear because you can just sim until it happens. It's like the time you can just speed up, right? So the fear comes when you're actually sitting there and like, oh man, like even like I did like yesterday, right? It's like it moved kinda, but I didn't get anything. And it's like we could have easily sat there in fear like, oh my god, this is it. Like we have to get in today or there's not gonna be another trade. But we sat through it, said, hey, and that comes with experience too, right? Like years of trading. Understand that eventually you're confident enough to know that there will be a trade that will come. If it's not today, it's next week, it's next year, whenever that is. But eventually something will happen. So you can't just sit there, you know, accepting the fact that you may never get a trade again. And then when everything aligns up, everything that you plan and envision lines up, you just take it with no hesitation. But that's it. It's just like fear of like, I don't know, obviously fear of missing out is one thing, but like fear of like not knowing when a next trade will come. So then that's when you start getting anxious and you start thinking about like, oh, I gotta pay this bill by the end of the month, I gotta do this by next week. And then you start just taking lower quality trades just because there's timing in that equation now. And you don't want timing, you don't want to mix timing with trading. Timing has nothing to do with trading, like in terms of how long the next trade will take. Just let it be. Just sit there and just plan out your ideas and just sit there and wait. If everything aligns, take it. If not, it's okay. Just continue waiting. Sims are good though for like getting the strategy and the foundation down, right? It's just the psychology part you're just missing out on. But that's like, I like personally, I like to just sample size it live. So like if there's a play that we have, right? If there's a play that we come up with, like we'll just look at on the live charts, and it might take sometimes like a couple months, right? Because it takes a lot of trial and error. But just like the leg candle, like that leg candle was like a year and a half in the making. Like the leg candle came in 2024, March, April, something like that. And then we started taking it in like 2025. And it's been our #1 play since. So it takes longer, but it's more worth it because you actually get to sit there and wait for that play to form. So you get to see like how it forms. When you're on a sim and you're inventing a new play, you're skipping candles until you get that candle. So like there's no like waiting part. There's also no like prep to see how it starts to form. Like what type of spike or volume you need to get that single candle that you want to see. Like let's say you have a candle called like, I don't know, experiment candle or something, right? You're looking for an experiment candle or something, right? Let's just say it's a certain candle formation that you're looking for. When you actually sit there in live time, you have to see all the different time frames, print that candle in the making. So you get to understand all of that structure that develops that play, compared to a sim when you skip it and it's like all you see is the candle, which is good enough, but it could be a lot better. Like that's the break even to like the actual beyond break even point. So a lot of traders get stuck at break even. It's just the finer details that they're missing out on, right? But they're there. It's like that's the base foundation. If you can do that, that's the base. But to get past that, it's just the small details that you have to pay attention to. You said boring, bro. Yo, bro, you're here like you're here for a couple of streams now, bro. All right, bro. Yeah, I'll see you back tomorrow anyways, man. No problem. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. You're gonna be like, yo, Don, good morning, bro. By next year, you're gonna be like, damn, bruh. Yo, how do I join DVS02, Don? How did I get tapped in? So you're saying Sims don't really teach you patience? They don't. No, Sims is just, you can skip the candle. When you go in a sim, you just skip, mid, skip. Like you can just go skip the candles for like until you get what you want. So like there's no patience because you just skip. You know, you're not waiting through those hours of like the setup printing. Like let's say like you're looking for a breakout above once you get a pullback. Okay, so you know that you need a pullback at 44.95 before you get a breakout above there, right? So then let's say on the sim, like you're doing this, and then you're waiting for a pullback. So not all you're doing now, you're just skipping the candles, skip. You're skipping all of these down moves here until it gets to a point where it comes back up. You're still skipping. You come near it like this, you're still skipping because it didn't close above yet. But in real life, maybe in real life, you would have been tired of waiting for this and you would have gone here, right? So it's like you just continue skipping the candles until you get to a point of closures. So like that's the only difference. Like you're still gonna wait for the same play, like a breakout above, let's say, but this is important. Like to waiting for this to print and then waiting for this to print tells you a lot of information. It's like a lot of extra information that you could have extra to your like take advantage of, right? Like why not? It's just different time frames. Expectations for next year? Shit, I don't know, man. The next year is far, you know. Let's see. This year we're like, what are we at right now? We're at 2072. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see where we're at next year. I don't know. Day by day, I don't even know. I don't even know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Game changes, different time frames, yeah, for sure. You gotta. I mean, why would you not? It's like right there. News out right now. Oh yeah, chat. News in a minute here. Let's see how this forms. Skip. 1 hour retrace. Let's see. I don't know. 1 hour closures in about 30 minutes. This 1 hour candle, we'll see. News is coming out right now. It's a yellow folder, and you already have movement for the day. So I don't know if you get a spike. It could push more volume in. That's the only thing I would expect. And then that could take off with price from now to 11 still. But it looks like so far it's. I mean, look at the move you had, right? So like the move you had versus like a yellow folder, like how much volume can we really expect at 10:30, right? But it could push more volume in. You also have 2 p.m. FOMC meeting minutes. So not FOMC chat, meeting minutes. It's not interest rates. So I won't be streaming later. And then Trump speaks at 2:30. So it could get crazy. It could get crazy. What day is it today? Wednesday? Tomorrow and Friday could be pretty crazy. Let's see. Can we break above 95? Still no pullbacks yet. We still need structure above anyways, right, for the continuation of buys. So still very far from taking continuation buys, but pullbacks, wick entry buys are valid. Let's see where that'll be next. I think what we had was 51 earlier, right? Let me see. If we tap 95, we're looking at if we tap 95, we're looking at like 44.33. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty fair. 44. Yeah, 44, 34, 33. So that's still pretty far. That's like, I think 500 pips down. Let's see, what else could I use? I don't got much here though, chat. That's the thing. Thanks for the sub, man. Could be here, like 4466. Could be some. What is this gonna be? This is like 230. Let's see. Let's see how fast this move down is. If it does pull back, right? I don't know if it is. It might just pop through and drive through. I have no idea. I do know that I'm missing out on pullbacks in order to get buys above 95. So either way, I still need to push above and pull back. Wick entry buys are valid always, just because of how bullish we are, but it just requires a move down. So based on if it does go down, and then also based on if it actually does create structure down, or it's just like clean push down, would matter a lot too for the wick entry buys. But that's like the nearest idea. That's still gonna be 200 pips away though. But yeah, I'd say holy, 500 pips, Reggie. Let's see, what else can it be? 66, right? 4466. I'm just gonna put this line here instead then. Let's go put like that. Let's put that there, and then yeah, it's like 66, 60 zones, chat. That's what I'll have for pullbacks. If you do pull back that far, like that's the wick entry buy zone in that zone, 66 to 60 zones. So I'll put it around here. That blue box. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Yeah. Ice. Yeah. I'm an only child, no one could have made it.
Let's go for 4510. I passed my challenge. Let's go, man. Are there any leg counts to the left that I'm missing on to the chat? I don't think so. No, you don't really have much. This is just your invisible count out here, so you kind of block that out. Anything above here could be just continuations. So then this is your resistance right here. So anything above there is clean in this range. It's just pullbacks. Wow, 4,500 again.
shit, it just fill up my energy. Made me just feel like my enemy. I might just turn into my enemies. No, it's no choppers, we in the street.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. What else I use for dues? For dues, I use Forex Factory. Forex Factory. Which license for music YouTube do you use, brother? Me, I just take the risk that I might lose my account, honestly. I don't know. I might be a restarter or something, but you know, I just fucking just play the music. I just don't get monetized. But like sometimes like I get like I tweak. I start thinking like, damn, like they might come get me, so I just go back to copyright music whenever I feel like that. So I just go back to playing copyright free music. So if you keep doing that, I think you could get away. But the most that can happen really is like they block your stream and then, you know, it'll say like something about copyright, and then yeah, you just gotta just stop the music. You come back and you'll be alright. Just can't play music for the rest of the stream. Pretty much it. But Twitch doesn't do that. Twitch allows like actual music to be played. You just won't get monetized or something like that. Like it gets blocked on the VODs, but they don't like actually cut your stream off and tell you that you need to pause it. So there's that. Not bad week though, chat. Actually not bad. It's only Wednesday too, so we can still get a 3 trade week to this week. Who knows? Maybe even one today, one more. We got 20 minutes left, and then at 11 I'll place a session stop loss, or we'll see where things are at. We might hop off, and then that'll be it for Wednesday. Let's see. This is glitching down here. Can it glitch all the way down? 220. More pips to go. Can it be? Can it be? Can it be? Will you be? Can it be? Yo! Yo, Jonathan, thanks for the tier 1. Hey, does tier 1 have no ads, chat? Or no? If tier 1 has no ads, I might make that cheaper. Cause no, becoming a paid channel member does not remove regular ads from a creator's product videos. Wow. It does not give you no ads? That is crazy. It just gives you custom badges, emojis, and access to member-only posts or live streams. So deadass, all we can really do really is like hit with one of these. Damn, members only. Damn, on Twitch, yo, they give you no ads whenever you get like whenever you get a tier 1 or something, like a sub tier 1, whatever. That sucks. Oh, here we go. Starting to push. Reggie, what are you at now? 600? Make it cheaper. Yeah, YouTube prices just went up. Like YouTube sent out a newsletter saying all the tier 1s gone up too. How much is my tier 1 right now? Close for a 90 area. Oh damn. It's starting to flutter. Let's see. It's starting to glitch here a little bit. And the good thing too, chat, is that if we can't get wick entry buys at 4466, that's fine. Because if it just continues up, pulls back, any pullbacks could be wick entry buys as well. It doesn't need to be this area, right? The thing about, we're just following the wick entry buy. It's a trending wick entry buy trade, right? It's not like a liquidity wick entry buy is a little different. That's more of like if you were to come down and you're overall still bullish, so you look for like a wick entry buy like that. But this is like trending, so any small pullbacks are fine, right? So that these wick entry buy ideas could be at different price points. I still have it at 4466 right now because that didn't really break much, so that could still be an idea. We are 270 pips away. Lecandle on the minute. Speed up. Are you intraday or scalper? I am I think scalper. Day trader, scalper. Night trade, day trade. I see scalper. Range to range. $7.99. True. $190 more to go. Oh, chat. Let's see if we were actually closer. Let me lock it in with the stop loss and everything. If we do get in, I think we're looking at. We can use this. 2222, 4243. Yeah, that's around 2200 pips. So that I would keep the same lot size, 0.06 lot. And then be easing off that. The only thing we gotta figure out next, right? But yeah, it's 66 to 60 zones in that area. Very key though, chat. Just a reminder, very key. You want this to be a consistent move down. Like the way it is right now is perfect. If you just go like down like that. If there are pullbacks like this, because there are reaction zones before, right? Like there could be here. If it does pull back before it comes back down, we can't take it no more. We're gonna have to move it, right? Move it down further towards the next zone, which I haven't figured out yet. But yeah, if it just comes down like another like 130, just the way it is, perfect. All right, we're looking for like a 66, 67, 68 zone in that area, in the blue zone basically. Right, that's what we found earlier. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, this is good. This is coming down pretty hard right now. A little more. And then I think BE's knobbed out. Like I think TPs, we'll try to attempt like I'll say 44.73 is like 83 pips. That could be a zone, just the next amount of resistance. So that could be an area coming down that you could react off as well. But yeah, we'll attempt that. It's like an 80 pip TP. It depends on where we get it to. We could get it between 62. We can get a 60 in the blue zone anywhere, but it's around that range though. Leg candle on the 30-minute time frame. What time was our last trade? 9:15, right? So it's been like an hour and 30 since. So yeah, that's like a good gap, pretty good gap between. Let's see. You want the only thing I'm worried about, chat, is it may reject before. It could reject at 69 before. If it does, then we'll just move the zone down further, like the wick entry buy zone. Instead of being here, you're looking at like 44.18 next or something. So it's a little further down, maybe somewhere else. I haven't found it yet, but I'll say more so in this range if there is structure. But yeah, 120 more pips to go. Can it glitch down? So it's a wick entry buy, chat. It's not a sell, okay? It's gonna be a wick entry buy. Let's see. New 5 opening. 10 minutes left instead of 1 hour closure. No, don't pull back here for that top wick. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, gold. Do not do it. Don't do it. Flip bearish. You turned it down. FOMC and oil news. I think the oil news passed 10:30, right? FOMC is at 2, so we won't be on for 2. Definitely not. We'll probably be off for 11:30 today. But yeah, that, and then Trump speaks 2 at 2:30. So if you're still trading like late session, you can get a lot of news. So look, chat, this is a pullback, right? So that's like the idea behind the wick entry buys. Like we want to see the first initial reactions, and that was the first initial reaction after the first move down, after the move up. So you know what that means? That means 1, we have to adjust it. So let's see where that next zone could be, but it's looking like the next zone is a lot further into the range. Let's see. The next zone is gonna be Like you're looking at 43, 43, 43, 34. Where's that? Yeah, like you're looking at 4334. I'll say 4334, 18 zones. I have an 18 already too from like earlier. I think that was one of our earlier zones. So, and that's pretty far, right? I think that's gonna be 500 pips, 670. I think that's it, chat. Honestly, if it wasn't just that pop just now, because we came pretty close. That was the closest we came to a second position today. That was like 130 away, 120 away. The next zone is going to be a lot further down because this is structure. And I don't have anything like in this range here. Or do I? I don't think so. Let's see. 49. Like 49, I guess. Like, it's not too bad. No top wick right there. We'll use that. Why not? 50s. Let's see. 50s. 50 is still 300 pips away. Here's what we'll do. We'll give it another 6 minutes. We'll wait until 11. I can mark up a 60 for now, but that's gonna be next. So we moved it down from, I think, what was it, 67 or something down to 60, just because of this pullback here. If this, what I will do though is I will place my session stop loss. So if I'll place my session stop loss at 44.92. That breaks, we'll call it a day. Just because of that breaks, I'm assuming that this is just gonna like either range in this area or take a bit longer to actually come down, right? You need volume for these wick entry buys too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll leave it as that, chat. So if we break 44.92, we'll call it a day. 44.60 is what I got next. And then continuation buys, obviously above 44.94 valid. It's just pullbacks that I need to see. Something more severe in this, obviously. If you can like come down like this, create structure, back above 94, right? But is that going to be within the next 8 to 10 minutes? Likely not. If that forms, going to take a minute to actually form that structure. But above 44.94, you have clean traffic to 45.84, right? So you have all of that. But that's pretty much it, chat. That's pretty much it. So yeah, let's see, a little more, a little longer, and then we'll probably dip off. But if you guys enjoyed the stream though, chat, we tried for a second trade. We still got one today, 102 pips, 2.20%. It was a runner position, so it was well worth the wait. And yeah, we'll be back here for Thursday, tomorrow, and then Friday, and that's a week. Third trade of the month. Not bad, not bad. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh, you bit me some. Look, 15 might close leg candle in 4 minutes, or guys. If it closes bullish, that's gonna be a leg candle on the 15. So there's still potential for a pullback. If it closes like this, right? It's a leg candle. Just waiting for the session stop loss to get hit. Let's see, 2 minutes. You said this song is fire. I'm glad you like this song, man. W song. You want the playlist? Go to productivity FM on YouTube. It's like a whole playlist. All right, let's see. Let's give it a minute or two, but you need insane volume here. News in a minute. Was there? Did I miss something? No, it was at 10:30. 10:30. 2 p.m. is FOMC meeting minutes. That's in like 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 hours. Looking crackable again today. What's up, Jordy? Jordan, I know you caught a crazy runner today, bro. I know you caught a crazy runner.
Drinking lean tone and stand, dog.
You caught a runner today? W, Kenny. W, runner. I think everyone got runners today. Holy. $400 pip runner. Who is this? Destroy Lonely right now, I'm pretty sure. Ken Carson. Ken and Destroy Lonely. Hold on, maybe we can still get a trade, Chad. This is a plot twist. You didn't break above 4492. All you gotta do now is drop for another 230 pips. Let's see. I'll move my session stop loss above these highs though. We trail it. Check Devious 01 chat, feeling like Lambo Raul. $44.30 up to $44.70. Are these partials? These aren't sells, right? These gotta be, yeah, these are partials. First position, pineapple, partials, still running. Trail stops and profit. Beautiful performance, bro. Houdini? How do I do partials in one order? You just close half your lots. Like you just enter it. Let's say you enter like let's say you enter the 3 lot. You can just go to modified position, enter 1.5, and then that closes 50% of your lot size of your position. And then you can also trail too. You can close half and let it run, or trail. I trail, but I used to close like half and half and half and half. But yeah, you can do both. It's really up to you. Really up to you, man. I'm Derek Jeter. Panther, how do you know Houdini? RP Houdini. No way you know Toronto lore. Oh, the trash song. I see, bro. Green and purple? Yeah, what's your favorite Cardi Trav collab? I think Love Hurts from Dalit. That's one. Fakeout? Oh yeah, I forgot he was on that. All right, chat. That's it, man. I don't know how long we're gonna range here for, guys. Chat. That is it from me today, man. I am gonna hop off. If there's anything that I see, chat, I will call it in Devious 01. I might still be on. We'll see. Depends on the volume, really. But yeah, chat. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. No FOMO. If you didn't get anything, you'll be alright. Tomorrow's a new day, fresh day, and yeah, good shit today. Hard work pays off, patience pays off, right, chat? See you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Peace.
watching the moves and playing it close.
Yeah, now.
SOD,
There you go.
super soul. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before. I know. Cleopatra at the pyramid tonight. Cinderella Benz, I got bucket seats inside. Roll a backwood with my enemies inside. Hey, okay. Yeah. WhatsApp attachment, first time I seen you naked. I didn't say Serena, but you texting faded. Say you coming home and give me that goodness gracious, goodness gracious. Watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soul. Rainy days, his and hers, matching coat. We fuck on a jet, it feel like a boat, staying afloat. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soul. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before. Grind on me, grind on me. Love it when you pressing that behind on me. Holding everybody heat, cause they won't find it on me. Who said I can't dance with a 9 on 9 on 9 on 9 on 9 on me? Giddy up, be how you rolling out, girl. Feel it in your system, codeine cow, girl. Who am I? Who am I? You know it, Mr. Big Time Eating. Mr. Not Sleeping, he's late night creeping. Both ears, right wrist, all that's freezing. You know I'm a dog, I'm a hard pass demon. Says she wanna ride, I'm like, hey, okay. Shawty wanna ride at the first season. Shawty wanna ride at the first season. Shawty wanna ride at the first season. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soul. Rainy days, his and hers, matching coat. Jet is so big, feel like a boat, staying afloat. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soul. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before.